Yo YouTubers, LDRMAS cosplay here, yo! So I know I was a big Batman video person back when I started doing real videos, and it's just been a real big turtle week for me, or weekend, I guess, because I had my friends over, we watched turtle videos, it's just been a turtle weekend for me, I can't help it. But thankfully we're not exactly going back to Batman just yet, we're going in between. I want to do a full spoiler review reread. So it's basically we're going by panel of the first issue of the Tmnt Batman crossover comic, and this will be my first comic ever, and literally my first comic ever. I never picked up comics. I only got into manga, maybe some short novels, but no, this is my first comic, and this had been hyped all year. I've been so excited about it, and I just have to talk about it with y'all because this is just so. This is just something I've actually, once I've gotten into the Batman franchise, this was just something I've wanted. It was one of those things like you wanted it, but you didn't know you needed it. So yeah, so this is a full spoiler, basically a review of page by page, maybe even panel by panel of the TMNT Batman comic, and so I probably will do all issues. There's supposed to be 6 issues altogether. This came out December 9th of this year, and like I said, it's been going around as it was revealed at some Comic-Con. I don't know if it was the San Diego Comic-Con or a smaller comic one, but it's just been hyped up all year. Like, there's been articles about it. Of course, we didn't get like a video for it or anything like that, but like I said, I've been excited and I've been wanting to talk about it. So let's get right on to it. So the first issue is named Nights in a Hat Show. We open up with this story of this doctor retelling the story. She's talking about she's in her lab and foot ninjas are attacking, and then all of a sudden 4 non-human creatures come out of the shadows and attack. And of course, it's our main 4 guys that we all know and love. It's Leonardo, Mikey, Raphael, and Donatello. By the second, third page, we have no idea why they're in Gotham. We don't, we just know that somehow they're in Gotham City, and it's kind of like a reboot of, it's kind of like a, not reboot, I'm so sorry, it's kind of like a playoff of, Turtles Forever, where they're in the 2007 to 2011 New York City, but it's not our Turtles, so it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that scenario. You think about stuff like that when you're reading this, but yeah, it's our 4 Turtles, and they have no idea where they are, and the Foot were attacking, so they attacked, and they're trying to get. What we find out later is that they're trying to get the Foot, one of the Foot, not the entire Foot clan, just one of the Foot, to understand where they are and everything like that. So the doctor tells, if you get to the second or third page, we see it's the doctor again, or I guess she's a scientist, and she's telling this story to Batman. So we see the Turtles only by their mask. We don't see them as a full being, except for them as a shadow. But then, so I guess this is more of a Batman comic than a Turtle comic, because it's more Batman. Or I guess this issue is supposed to be more Batman, because it's Batman in all his glory. I guess I'm supposed to be excited about the artist or the colors or anything like that. The colors, I want to point out, look absolutely beautiful. They are bright and shiny. They almost remind me of what the new TMNT trailer are. They're bright and shiny and colorful, but otherwise, but even like Batman looks more gray than black, and he's just got these great light panels shining off him of the city, and he just looks big and bulky and just like there. So but again, since this is my first comic, I don't get hyped over comic book people or artists or storytellers or anything like that. I don't like fangirl over them or fanboy over them like everybody else does. So yeah, so again, finally the doctor was asking Batman, apparently the doctor slash scientist, I keep calling her doctor and a scientist because they look the same to me, apparently there's a generator that her company or companies around Gotham have been working on, and if this generator falls into the wrong hands or something, something bad is going to happen. So she's asking Batman to find the generator because apparently the Foot got it while they got away after the turtle, or because the turtles got away too. So it's something like that. So we turn to our next page, and it is just a big old nostalgia bomb to the original TMNT movie from Jim Henson. They're in the it's Mikey and Raph in the sewer. It's a pizza guy coming towards them. We hear something on the radio or the news pass in the background. They're talking about the recent robbery, and it's a pizza guy, and there's a note on a post that says, "Hey, just leave it on the street and here's your money, dude." And it's hilarious. It's just a big old nostalgia, like Donnie and Mikey from the movie. Yeah, just from that movie, wise man say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza. So yeah, it's that whole thing again, and the joke was hilarious because Mikey was going like, "Oh no, I can reach it, I got this," and he can't get his hand over the thing, so Rav has to use his side to poke it and bring it in, and Mikey's just going like, "Oh god, thank gosh, pizza," and Rav was going like, "Dude, no, it's for all of us. Don't forget that." So then we go on to our next page and next panel, and it's a great, this was, when I saw this, I was going like, "Oh yes, thank goodness," because it's a big old story between Alfred and Batman. Batman's working on something, he's trying to keep himself busy. Alfred's asking him, "What should I do? How can I help you, sir?" And it turns out that this is all happening during the anniversary of Bruce's death. Or Bruce's death, yes! Batman's dead, yay! No, I'm so sorry. During his parents' anniversary, or the death of their... I am going to say it right. Bruce's parents' death anniversary. There we go, I can talk again. Okay, so yeah, so he's working on this big old mecha suit, and Alfred's going like, "You always do this, sir. You always get into projects while it's this time of the year. You just bury yourself in your work and you don't ask for help. You don't want anybody around." And Batman's going like, "Well, that's just how I am. It's just deal with it, Alfred." And I love this part because I'm such a big Alfred fan, and I'm so glad that they had this. I bet this is like the only thing we're going to see of Alfred in this entire comic, or this whole issue series, but at least I got this and I was happy for it, so thank you. Whoever made this comic, thank you. But yeah, so Batman goes back and forth with Alfred saying, "I don't need help on the suit, I don't need help from Damian," because apparently Damian's gone, so he doesn't have a Robin with him, so it's just good. I was kind of actually hoping for that, because I was hoping a Robin would be here for this. I was hoping like we would have like either Dick or Tim, and they see Mike and they hook up with Mikey, and we get to have that kind of fun. Maybe we'll get that. Maybe we'll get Nightwing at least. That'll be really cool. But so Damian's gone, so we don't have a Robin for this. So it's just gonna be Batman and the Turtles so far of what we know. And then we see the Batmobile. This hideous. This is like the ugliest I've seen the Batman Batmobile drawn, but again, I don't read comics, so I don't know if it could be drawn worse or if it's been drawn better or worse or whatever, but this thing is just hideous. If it's not going to be a big part of the story other than this opening section, then I'll get over it. So we move on, and we see our bad guy who's going to meet the Turtles for the first time, which is Killer Croc. So apparently somehow Killer Croc has gotten a tracker on the Batmobile. We don't know how that happened. I don't read any comics, so maybe that happened in another series that and they're just pulling it over from that series to this series, but I don't know otherwise. Batman goes out in the Batmobile, the ugly ass Batmobile, and is driving around, and to find out more about, oh yeah, he's going to another lab, and it's apparently going to be his lab tonight that's going to be hit by the foot, because also during the conversation between him and Alfred, they were talking about the foot ninja and how they just practice ninjutsu, so Batman believes he can take him down because it's just ninjutsu. So apparently, Wayne lab is going to be hit next, so he was saying to Alfred, get everybody out of there, I'll take care of it, and just, that was it. So yeah, Batman's driving away, and again, Killer Croc has something attached to the Batmobile, and he was talking to one of his goons and was saying, this thing is the best money can buy, so if this will be working. And they come across the current lair of the turtles, and it was one of the henchmen makes a joke that it looks like a teenager's bedroom. And it's just funny. So Killer Croc is looking around back and forth going like, okay, so there's the kids or punks or whoever are currently living here have to still be here because the pizza's still warm, and there's no way they could have known to go away because Killer Croc would have seen them going, because there's only two exits, one where the Killer Croc came in and the exit upstairs, or exit through the sewer hole up top. Killer Croc is going like, hey kids, come on out. I'm not gonna hurt you much, and picks up one of Mikey's games and crushes it in his hands, and poor Mikey's going like, no, my game. So it just goes on past that, and we flip back to the lab, Wayne lab, and apparently it's all big one hologram that Bruce conducted, and so the foot attack and get caught by Batman, and so we get that, and that fight scene was just or I guess we don't see it drawn out or see it act out, but it looked, he's going like, I want answers, in his big Batman voice, so we got that. And so then we have Killer Croc fighting the turtles, and it's funny, during the fight, Donnie's going like, well, I don't know what they actually mean by alien in this world, because, for us, we could be actually technically alien, or we could not. This whole world might have a whole different definition of alien, which I'm actually I'm hoping with him saying that we actually get to see maybe Superman come too, like, because I think that would be so cool, like, just say he's like visiting Batman or something, or he needs him for a Justice League thing, and like Batman cuts him off and goes like, no, not now, I have something else to deal with. So while they're talking all about that, Killer Croc comes up behind him, and then all four of them pounce on Killer Croc, and Mikey screams out in big bold letters, which was hilarious, "This is for my game!" And it was just epic and awesome, and it was just so cool. And yeah, so then we flip back to, or we look back, or I guess this is happening at the same time, we go back to the lab, and of course Batman has beaten up all the foot ninjas, and he's holding one up sky high, or, like he always does, and so he's going like, so what's the story? What do you want? Why are you here? All yada yada yada. And so the foot give away the turtles somehow. Once the foot says turtles, a throwing star stabs him, and he, I don't think he blows up. I don't think he's a robot in this. I think he actually dies. I think it stabs him right here in the neck, and he just dies. And apparently Shredder threw it. So Shredder and Batman face off in a small little section that I hope goes back in later issues. We get to see a full-on fight between Shredder and Batman, because how epic would that be? Shredder goes like, just leave us be, let us do our part, or our job, or whatever we're here for, and your city won't come to harm if you cross us. Death to you all, and throws down the smoke bomb, and then Batman's by himself, but he clearly remembers turtles, so he keeps on. So the last panel is turtles, and then we cut back to our final few pages, which is Donnie, or the whole Donnie and the whole gang. Killer Croc is on the floor, and so And so, Raph is all angry because now they have to move, and it was already hard enough to find a place in the first place, and now they have to find something else. Plus, after the night before where the ninjas got away, and Leo's going the whole "calm down, Raphael. It's been a long night for all of us," and I love that line because I remember that line from the Jim Henson movies, and I remember that line from the 2007 to 2011 cartoon that I grew up with, because Leo was always going like, "Slow down, Raphael," or "Leo," or "Raph, calm down. It's been a long night for all of us." And it was just awesome. And so it was a good nostalgia look back to see that. And then Donnie makes the joke that, Mikey, we'll find you a new game. And Mikey's going like, no, they're not gonna love me like that game, and the characters in that game aren't gonna love him like that game does. So it's just it's a good gamer joke. Like you always want to find your copy of your game, because even if you have if you buy another copy, it's not the same, it's not what you put into the game. So then we get to see Master Splinter. Master Splinter is somehow in this. So again, we have no idea how these turtles got here. So apparently the only ones that are left behind in their old world are Casey and April. And we have no idea how this happened, because we have Shredder, we have the turtles, we have Splinter, and we have a whole Foot Clan. Like, clan, not just a few 20 or so soldiers. No, the clan are here in Gotham. So, oh gosh, I really hope Joker shows up for this. Like, somehow, like, either he hooks up with not hooks up, not that kind, but like either he meets Shredder or something happens, like he gets, or, oh, how cool would this be? Joker, Two-Face, and Penguin, all three get together and try to take down this Foot Clan because they're on their turf now. How cool would that be? So yeah, Splinter, back to Splinter. Splinter comes out and goes like, Raph is right, we can't stay here, we have to move. So the final panel on the final page is that they're all getting out of the sewer to move, to go to either a new sewer, or another section of a sewer, or maybe even find a warehouse on top. Which I doubt, because they're all about staying on the ground, staying in the shadows, which is great for them, because that's Gotham in a nutshell. Gotham is full of shadows, so that's a good place for them. But anyway, so they're coming out of the thing, and Raph and Leo are bickering, and Donnie gets out and turns around and sees the Batmobile, because the Batmobile is right there. And I loved his expression. He looks down at it and goes like, "Oh my God, she's beautiful." And that's just Donnie perfectly. That sums Donnie up. If like Donnie ever met the Batmobile in real life, even this ugly version of it. So I think that fit. I thought that was perfect for Donnie. Donnie says that, Mikey's going like, Donnie, no, I'm sorry. She looks like she's taken. And the final panel is Batman on the rooftop looking down at the turtles, at his Batmobile, and at Splinter, and just goes, "Turtles." And then it ends right there, and we get our next issue on January 9th. And again, I cannot say enough how excited I am for this. Like, I still hope that somehow we either get Nightwing or Red Robin in here somewhere. I don't know if this artist or this director or this editor or whatever it is, I don't know if they do anything with Tim and Richard in the other ones, or if they could even bring Damian back. I really wish we had Robin come back and interact with Mikey, but if we don't get that, then we don't get that. So the only thing I really don't like about this comic is how ugly the Batmobile looks. Other than that, I really have no complaints. I love the look of Raph's bandana. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but the way it's shaped, like how now that I think about it, Raph's bandana actually looks like a Robin mask. like it looks like a Donnie mask. I thought that was kind of actually cool. Like Donnie's looks like geeky glasses. Leo's just looks like a regular ninja's. Mikey kind of looks like Leo's, but it's not. It was I don't know what it is, but I don't know what it is, but I love Raph's bandana and I love the look of the curls. So I am, again, I cannot say this enough. I am so excited for this issue. And I love that, I said in my other video that it would end in June. Well, I recounted because I was a freaking idiot counting like that on my video. But, so, of course, 6 issues means that this will be done in, May, not June. So, but, but it comes out May 9th, that would be the last issue. So, again, technically, it will be done by the time the new Turtle movie comes out. So, I guess that still counts for something. So, again, I hope you all pick up this issue, or pick up this comic, or even if you wait until all of them are out, just pick it up, and because it's our two loves that are finally combined and finally coming together, and from the first issue, it looks like it's going to be awesome, and it's just so much goodness. And my comic book store was really nice to me. So they were supposed to call me on the 9th, and I went to them on like the 11th to go pick it up, and they had saved for me not only the original artist cover, but they also saved a official or a non-official blank cover for me. That's the cover has just the title on it, but otherwise it's completely blank, so I can take it to a convention and have either one of the artists draw it or sign it or something. So that was really nice of them, and I really want to shout out to my comic book store for that, so thank you. Again, I'm going to say it one more time because I want to get this through to y'all. Please pick this up. Please enjoy it, and just because this thing is going to be awesome, and I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. And I hope y'all have a great, I don't know if I'm going to make another video before Christmas, because I found something today and it just bit me in the foot. But I don't think I might not. Again, I hope y'all have a great Christmas. Bye, y'all. Bye.